It says Planet Mitch. That's me. Let me know who's here. I know I just got started, so nobody's been notified that I'm here yet. And it looks like my video's stuttering a little bit, which bothers me. But maybe that doesn't bother you. Maybe that's not what's really coming through. When you pop in, let me get up here above the comment, right? Hey, let me know who's here. And comment, please. And last time I did a Facebook Live, it didn't tell me any of the comments. So I was a little confused and bothered. So now I don't know if it works. And I haven't done one in several days. So, pardon me. It's Tuesday Tip Day. Do we all have to rhyme with our things? Everything that we do, rhyme? Tuesday contest tip. So let me know if you're here. Say hi. Hopefully the comments work today. Yo! Hey! Neil shows up. Hi, Neil. Thank you for commenting. And I actually saw it. Look. Look, for real. There it is. From Facebook. Neil says, yo, Mitch. So thanks for doing that. All right, so let's dive in. I know I'm slow. It's already a minute and 45, and I haven't gotten to the meat of the matter yet. Tuesday tip has to do with contests. Now, I posted on the Facebook group the other day, the Up Viral Facebook group, because y'all know that's where I love to get my stuff. Neil says comments are working. Yay! Thank goodness. I posted an image the other day. And let me just show you the campaign. And I'm going to look over to my second monitor to make sure that you can see that. And if I do this, you can see my picture. Hi! Although that's covering up the chart I want to talk about. So let's make that go away. So this chart is the one that's on the left is the one that I shared in the Up Viral group the other day. And I asked people what they thought of that chart. Now, I don't often use these charts. This is the Up Viral overview tab. You see this green section right here? Because I don't particularly care for it, but it does potentially show you some interesting stuff. So the tip really today is about looking at the data when it comes in. Pay attention to your campaign. I can't tell you how many people have told me that they don't pay any attention. They launch the campaign and then they just hope it goes viral. And then they are like, I don't know if the event file done. All right, so I only showed the section down here at the bottom. I did not show these numbers up at the top. But Neil, if you're still here, or anybody else that's here, throw me, I mean, you see some data over here, right? I mean, obviously you see some data that's coming in over here. But when you see this chart, and you see the red section, right? So it's total leads, and then there's referred leads. The purple, blue section is referred leads, and the red section is total. Now, if you put on your thinking cap, that simply means that they're showing... Hi, Neil's paying attention. They're showing you referred leads and total leads. So what's this gap between here and here? Well, that's direct leads, right? They don't need to show you what the direct leads are. But where it gets interesting in this campaign is this section over here. I mean, you just see a tiny little bit of red, right? That says 99 total leads. And if I can roll over the blue thing, and 97, right? So there's just 2 leads that were direct leads on this day. The rest of the time in this section, the referred leads and the total leads are the same. So, Neil, or anybody, is that good or bad? And somebody posted in the group, well, of course, referred leads are good. So what's going on here? I wish I could have this set up so that I could get Neil on and I could just grill him because he's obviously here and answering questions. I love it when people answer questions because it helps me know that you're paying attention. And what does this chart tell you? uh, See, I don't hardly ever look at this chart because I think it's really bizarre. Uh, in combination, they kind of tell you something. Neil says that's good. It's good that you get lots of referred leads. Thank you, Neil. Ha, here you go. My guess is that you paused paid ads. Well, as a matter of fact, this is a very interesting campaign. And again, this is the Tuesday tip. I'm going to look at me. Pay attention. The Tuesday tip is to pay attention to your damn data and look at your charts and find out what they're telling you. Because you can find out all kinds of interesting things when you look at the damn data. It takes some time to start figuring out what's going on. I get that. Not everybody figures it out right away, which is why you have me. But look at this chart. I know, and you don't know this yet, but this particular campaign was an accident. It was supposed to be live on February 1st. And that would be this date right here, right? No, February 1st. It's right. 0201. It's right there. February 1st. That's when it was supposed to go live for the client. I accidentally sent the link to this campaign to my photography list, to the people that are in photography. This happens to be a jewelry campaign. This guy is selling jewelry. And on this day, when I sent the email to my list, 225 people signed up. The vast majority of them were direct. So they came from my list. But notice, all of this is referrals. There's been virtually no other direct people because I haven't told anybody about it. So Neil is pretty much right when he said, my guess is you paused paid ads. I'm not running paid ads to this. I never do paid I rarely do paid ads, all right? If the client wants them, we do them. But typically, I'm trying to do campaigns that are somewhat organic. Now, you might consider my list paid, but I mean, in this case, it was the wrong freaking list. I sent it to 8,000 people that were photography people, and I had a little over 200 sign up. And they started sharing. And the sharing freaking works on this campaign. Right? I mean, I have done nothing since this accidental post. I have shared this nowhere. Nobody has done anything except the referred people. So yesterday I had 19 referred leads. Today so far, 19 referred leads. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's kind of why we do these campaigns. Was for the referrals. But if I wasn't looking at the chart, I'll get back to my tip. My Tuesday contest tip is that you got to look at your data. Because it can teach you lots of stuff. Right? This chart over here is telling us referred visitors. Obviously, the referred visitor is very high. And we're getting signups from those referred visitors. It doesn't show you direct. This one doesn't show you really directly. It shows you in the red section. But it doesn't just flat out say, here's your total direct leads. You have to do some math. Now, there are other charts. There's other data. But sometimes when you look at these, something stands out. And this big blue section stood out like crazy for me. It's an indication, hopefully, when we actually do start putting referred or direct people in here, that it's going to do really well. Now, I still have not yet gone back and said, well, maybe there's one person that kicked this off, right? Maybe one person shared it somewhere that has a lot of traffic. Maybe that's what happened, because it certainly dropped, right? It dropped down here to 10 on the 26th. So maybe one person kicked it off. But I can tell you by looking at the leads, and I'm not going to show you that data because it would show email addresses, and I kind of don't want to show those. But it kind of shows you that this campaign potentially can be very referral, if that's a phrase. It can refer people really well. And I sometimes love seeing campaigns like this because I have done nothing, right? I've done zero since the accident. And I think that's freaking cool to be able to see the actual impact of one action. Because that's what it was in this particular case, right? It was one freaking action, an accident, that launched this, and therefore we get to see the impact of that one action. You don't get to see that very often, because typically what we do when we launch a campaign is we start promoting like crazy, right? So I'm going to keep this. Now, where's the next question? Somebody hasn't asked the obvious question. Don't know if you're still there, Neil. I know quite a few of you are still there, so thank you for paying attention. I'm stalling briefly just to see if anybody pops in with the ultimate question. All right, let me go back to the data. I said it was going to launch officially on the 2nd. I mean on the 1st. See, those numbers are European format. I'm used to the American way of dates, right? Neil says, I'm still here. Thank you, Neil. So, was this spike on the 2nd because I shared it? No, those are referred leads. There's no direct data there. So I've stalled long enough, and I know Facebook has this delay, so, you guys are seeing stuff way past when I actually physically spit it out of my mouth. But the obvious question is, hey, Mitch, how come there's no... Thank you. Bless your heart, Neil. I stalled long enough. Did you launch it? No, actually, we didn't launch it. Thank you. You win the prize for the day, which is nothing. Okay. Oops, what is that? And why did that show up? So the question, thank you, Neil, is did you launch it? See, the problem, I'll just go back to my face because my computer's doing stuff. I've got keyboard shortcuts turned on my computer, and apparently one of the keyboard shortcuts I just hit is making things funny happen on my computer. The answer is no. The client for this particular campaign sources his jewelry from China. I know that's a shock, right? He sources his jewelry from China, and he sent me a message, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days ago, and said, look, Mitch, don't launch that campaign. I know you accidentally did it, but I can't get more jewelry because right now China is like choked out. So I haven't launched it officially. I am sending no direct traffic to it. We have a plan on sending traffic to it. And we're going to test traffic, by the way. We're not going to do like Facebook ads right off the bat. So we're going to do something interesting. At least I think it's interesting. So this is giving me data, continuing to give me data until he says he can get actual product. We can't really launch it, so I can just let this sit there and see how much of a referral viral effect is happening. I mean, I am sending none of my typical emails. I mean, typically I would send emails to the people that have signed up to say, hey, by the way, share it again. You can earn more entries, blah, 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 blah. Haven't done any of that. Haven't even acknowledged to them that actually things have changed, because the prizes have changed from the time the accidental launch. They're better than they were before. Unless they've come back to the page, they don't see that. But this is a good example for me to be able to say, this is what can happen when you have a good referral process. I'm not saying it's perfect, I'm not saying it's great, but it's very interesting to see just the referral data. And going back to my Tuesday tip, because I'm going to wind this up. So Neil, if you're here and you have a question, I'm going to stall for another 30 seconds or so. But whoever else is here, if there's anybody else still here or popping in to see what's going on, thanks for tuning in, by the way. I'll stall this way. If you want to get on and find out daily tips, because this is a Tuesday tip, please make sure you go to giveawayrocket.com/365. And I know some of you are like, well, daily's too much. But the people that are on the list are telling me they really appreciate it. And if I miss a couple of days, I get emails that say, hey, I'm not getting emails anymore. Are you still sending? So I think it's good. Giveawayrocket.com/365 is where you can get that. And if you want to know when I go scheduled to go Facebook Live, or I'm actually on Twitch and YouTube right now. So I know you're probably not paying attention to anybody over on those, but I'm there. I'm live. Twitch? What's Twitch? Learn about Twitch. Now, TikTok I'm not on. I'm not on TikTok. Not sure I want to be on TikTok. But you can sign up for that Google Calendar at that link and find out when I'm going to be going live. Tomorrow is contest review day. So I'm going to review a contest tomorrow morning, same time. If you want to see me make some wild comments about somebody else's campaign. Or maybe my own, who knows? Maybe we'll look at this one. Maybe y'all could tell me what's working and not working. So that's my Tuesday tip. I've stalled. Neil says, oops, let me get rid of the calendar thing. Twitch, think Ninja left for Microsoft. I don't know what Ninja left is. Ninja. I don't know. I don't understand Twitch that much. But it's one of the options with Restream, so I can do that fairly easily. It doesn't take me any extra brain power, and maybe someday somebody from Twitch will pay attention and become a client. Which reminds me, I don't have it yet. I don't have a cute little comment thing set up. Obviously, I want you to subscribe. That's iJustine. She does not actually have any idea who I am, so don't think that she's like asking you to subscribe. I have launched two things. Neil knows about one of them. I have just launched a new course. Oh, Neil has sent me. I get notifications on my Apple Watch, and so I kind of look at it sometimes to see why it's vibrating. Neil sent me something about Twitch. the two new courses. Win Together I have launched, and I don't have the sign up short link yet. The Win Together program is awesome. I've done it 3 times, and this will be season number 4. I call them seasons just for fun. We build your very first, or your best, if you've already done one before, campaign. Typically use UpViral. We did have somebody last time use Perkzilla instead of UpViral. But instead of a traditional course where you just get on and watch some videos and then hopefully someday go do it, I'm doing live teaching and doing hands-on, helping you build your campaign. And then by week 3 or 4, you actually launch your campaign and start getting leads, which is astounding. So we're like guaranteeing if you do the work, you will start getting leads by the end of the 6 weeks that we run the Win Together program. I can tell you if you go to, see, I don't know that I got this one working. I still don't have it working. If you go, I'll put this back up. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/resources, there is a PDF. Let me just show you, because you may not know about this. giveawayrocket.com/resources. I know you can't see that yet, but now you should be able to see it. Just checking. There it is. So you can see that. If I get rid of that, so this right here, this free thread case study is one of my students, Jennifer, who also pinged me on my watch while we were talking. Jennifer was on the Win Together program on season 3, and this is a case study about how she got 3,800 highly targeted potential clients during that program. And she and I are working on our next campaign right now. So 3,800 new leads is, let me show you this. Typically, the marketing people tell you that a email address on your email list is worth $1 per lead per month. So Jennifer, with 3,800 leads, is added $3,800 theoretically to her business by running a contest. Now, how cool is that? Wouldn't you want that for your campaign or for your business? 3,800, it's right here, 3,800, where my cursor is covering up the number. Let me blow that up for you. 3,800 new dollars in her pocket. Now, she has to email, right? She has to nurture her list, and she is. And she is very excited about running her next campaign. $3,800 extra a month. She's now got new buyers for her business. Got new people in her store. And you can read about that if you go to giveawayrocket.com's resources. Now, if you just go to giveawayrocket.com, resources is right here at the top of the page. So you can get here by just going to the menu. And if you want to have some fun, there's confetti. Woohoo! Here's the 365-day sign-up form. By the way, I told you earlier, you can get to that here. And I got all kinds of other stuff that is on here that is free and or paid. The Win Together program is on here somewhere, I think. Maybe not. I haven't added it. Oh, here it is. I knew it was on here. So the Win Together program is here if you want to sign up for that. We're going to launch that on the 17th of February. So Neil and I talked about that. So hopefully I can get Neil involved in that someday shortly. whether this time or the next time. So there you go. I've stalled long enough, told you lots of stuff. That's the Tuesday tip. Thanks for tuning in. Neil or whomever, if you're still here and you still have questions, go ahead and pop them in and I will answer them on the feed. Otherwise, we will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same bat station, to do a contest review. So tune in, and yes, I'll tell you all about the Win Together program again. Now, I got to get you all the way over to the place where I have the goodbye stuff. Goodbye.